the percentage of population with an unfavorable view of China. Here's the random colors that they chose to represent each percentage point, and then in pink, we have China. I guess we might as well start off in Asia. Japan is, I think, leading the pack. 85% of Japanese people have an unfavorable view of China. I guess it should come as no surprise that that is the highest on the world map. South Korea here is somewhere in between 60 and 70%. Not quite as high, but still kind of up there. Then there's the Philippines, which is somewhere between 50 and 60%, along with Australia. Australia's at 57. Historically speaking, I mean, you can kind of figure out why maybe these populations wouldn't like China the most, but what's going on with Australia? Surprisingly, India's only at 46. I actually thought that'd be a little bit higher. Isn't there some tension going on right here? And the Russians seem to be pretty big fans. 18%. That's actually insanely low. A lot of Russians must really like China. But then when we look over the rest of the European continent, that completely changes. Sweden randomly is leading the pack. I didn't think Sweden could dislike anybody. Then there's France at 62%, Britain at 55%, all the red countries. At least half or more of these people don't like them. There's only a couple countries in Africa that were polled, but they are doing all right. And here's kind of a surprise. The Canadians actually dislike them more than the US. I thought Canada was just about like peace and love and stuff like that. The Latin American countries are also kind of in the same area as Africa. They don't have a problem with them. Now, the only thing we're really missing here is China's view of China. Can we poll them, asking them if they have an unfavorable view of China? I just want to see like the brave 1 or 2% that say yes. I just want to see how many mad lads there are. Oh my god, and I just realized this map is actually from 2019. Oh no. I don't think we want to see the updated version. Love the way this is phrased. Nearly half of Americans will have obesity by 2030. I didn't realize obesity was something that you could have. So according to this data, in 9 years, half of our population is going to be overweight, and they are specifically coming from these states. These really, really dark states are at least over 50%. Weirdly, of all, Colorado is the outlier. They'll be around 30 to 39%. Must be all that ganja they're smoking over there. Wait, I thought that's supposed to make you big though, with all the munchies. For some reason, I thought if any place was gonna stay nice and fit, it'd be Hawaii. Gotta look good on all those beaches, but nope. This is showing us 2030, but I'll give you a sneak peek of what 2040 is gonna look like, and it's not much better. This is the longest possible train travel in the world. Starting in South Vietnam, you move all the way through the Viet Cong territory. Oh wait, that's 50 years too late. You move up through China, probably passing Beijing, up through Manchuria, then you hit on in Russia. Is this the Trans-Siberian Railway or something like that? Or did I just make that up right now? We still need to connect Russia to Alaska and then make it all the way to America. Regardless, this goes all the way through Belarus, Poland, Germany, France, Spain, and then Portugal. You stop all the way at the very bottom. There's no like loop that you can do without going on the same track. Like what if you wanted to go to Italy? I feel like there's gotta be a better route to increase this. I guess this is just by not looping. How long exactly would that take now? Like a whole year? That sounds ridiculous, but I'm gonna say like 2 months. Train travel is sometimes not the fastest. It would be a total of 10,000 miles, but there is a claim that it's only gonna take about 2 weeks. This just makes me want to play the board game Ticket to Ride now. She's got a ticket to ride. Melbourne's growth by sewer main construction date. Starting in 1905, we're gonna see this sewer slowly spread around this Australian territory. Interesting to see the different pockets pop up until it gets connected to the main hub. Holy crap. Whoa. Wait, yeah, holy crap, I could say that again. This is a lot. It's a sewer main line. Did these sewer designers never play City Skylines? Pretty sure all the poop is just gonna be floating back ashore right here. And this is just from 2005. They got even bigger, more than likely. An overlay of Vietnam to the USA. From one of the very southern points of this country, you'd actually be in Tallahassee, Florida. And if you travel all the way up here, it would be equal to a journey to the state of Michigan. Even Milwaukee in Wisconsin. And if you think that's crazy, let me just show you Chile. It literally spans across the United States if you lay it horizontally. From San Francisco to all the way almost to Pennsylvania. It actually goes even further than that. You get to Connecticut. How is this country such a long boy? If you wanted to leave it vertical, it would go from Mexico City all the way to the northern part of Canada. Is this Yukon province? The part of Canada that like nobody lives in. Imagine driving up Chile. That just seems like a horror story. Plus, doesn't Chile have a bunch of volcanoes too? Having to dodge all that lava wouldn't be fun. And then finally, there's always Indonesia. Obviously a disconnected country of islands, but still incredibly long. Even longer than Chile, and you'd still have to dodge volcanoes, but, you know, you'd likely have to take a boat to get to these other islands. Unless they have some sort of undiscovered technology maybe Elon Musk has given them. I don't know. Levels of CO2 in my classroom today. This is over the course of one school day starting in 8 a.m. Trying to figure out why at 9, 10, and 11 they'd be so high. Is this all the school buses like dropping the kids off? That's gotta be it. That's the only thing I can think of. And there's a nice dip. There's lunchtime going on. Oh, and then probably around the time the kids get out, when everyone's driving away or parents are coming to pick them up, it spikes back up again. And it's actually even worse coming back in the daytime. Maybe it's because there are maybe more cars, maybe just like workers traveling back home that happen to be by the school. I don't really know. This also might just have to do with the ventilation system. I think I might be looking too deeply into it. Translations of the U.S. state mottos. I didn't even know we had U.S. state mottos. Why is Texas so lame too? Friendship? You guys are Texas and this is the best you could come up with? Look at Arkansas. The people rule. I guess they mean like they rule an empire or something. I'm thinking of like some old 70s rock and rollers. Yeah, this rules. I think I've heard California's motto as Eureka before because of the gold thing, the gold rush. I am way more engaged with just looking at the mottos themselves, but I guess this map is to show you basically the origin. So all the red is, of course, English, but Eureka is Greek. California is the only one with a Greek motto. Blue is Latin. We actually have an OG state motto from Hawaii because, of course, this is Hawaiian. The life of the land is perpetuated in righteousness. I have no idea what that means, but I like how Utah doesn't even have a motto. They just have one fucking word. Well, so does several. Obviously California, and then there's Wisconsin. Forward. How are these mottos? This should be like a state word. Every state's favorite word. At this point, I'm not going to be surprised if one day we have every state's favorite letter. By and by. What is that, Washington? This is actually a Chinook origin, which is the only one of its kind. Oklahoma's looking like they're about to have a communist uprising here. Wait a second. Do we have Florida's state motto on all of our money? How are they the lucky ones? What about Eureka? I like West Virginia's. The Mountaineers are always free. Like, why not throw your mascot in there? Damn, Massachusetts, calm it down with this one. They're just looking to fight. Well, I guess so is New Hampshire. A lot of the original 13 colonies have like pretty drastic mottos, obviously. Pretty awkward of Alaska totally curb stomping Minnesota's motto. The Star of the North versus North to the future, especially since they're more north. They probably weren't expecting that. I don't know, they probably have nothing to do with each other, I'm just saying. Michigan might be the best though. If you seek a pleasant peninsula, look about you. Everyone else has deep meanings and they're just like, yeah, look at our shit. Or even New Mexico's. Just translates to whatever. The top 3 most spoken languages in New York by neighborhood. So this is the most spoken language. Surprisingly, in this neighborhood, they speak Russian. I feel like I never come across Russians in California, but whenever I travel to the East Coast, they all over the place, and it's awesome. I really am like this every time. Squidward makes such a perfect Russian. Then there's obviously a lot of Spanish here, but it's mostly English. Next, we have the second most spoken languages, and now things are starting to get a little crazy. All the red is Spanish, and then the blue is English in the former, like, other neighborhoods that only speak Spanish. Then we have French, Creole in pink, Yiddish, Chinese, and more Russian. And finally, there's the third most spoken languages by neighborhood. You thought this was nuts before. Wait till you hear some Polish right alongside some Punjabi. They actually speak a lot of Albanian up this way. There's even some Arabic. Like, what a huge melting pot of different languages and cultures. I always knew that about New York City, but when you put it like this, it really puts things into perspective. The only sources of obsidian in the lower 48 states. This is used to make extremely sharp tools. I've learned that from gaming. It's weird to see how little obsidian we kind of have, though. At least it feels like it's a little bit, just because there's really none on this side. Clearly, not enough Americans know all you have to do is put water on top of lava. It's not that hard, guys, really. Like, let's get it together. Seems like most of our obsidian sources are really coming from Oregon and Nevada. I have heard that Hawaii has a few, though, too. Yes, I've always wondered what the smallest economies are in Europe. It's starting in 1996, and we're up into the 2000s. San Marino's taking the cake. They are the small... Oh, watch the Faroe Islands. Armenia starts to make a whole lot of money, so they get popped out of the lower 10. In 2013, San Marino looks like they've got a strong lead, but watch out for Moldova. They're really ruining their economy to get that #1 spot. It's 2020. unfortunately, and the map currently looks like this. Someone's just gonna have to blow themselves up to beat San Marino at this point. Damn, a lot of these places are really small islands or city-states. And then we have like Kosovo and Moldova. Those are definitely outliers, a lot larger than the others. But I'm sure this is all thrown out of whack now in 2021. Oh, I completely forgot the biggest one, Montenegro, with over 500,000 population, and they are in 4th place. Too bad this chart is forgetting the most powerful of all, the Principality of Sealand, with a big old population of 27. Sealand GDP. 600,000, damn, rolling in it. Hey, if they're splitting that between the 27 people that live there, that's not bad. Everyone's making at least 22,000. I mean, shit, you want to make a little bit more this year, just push someone off into the sea. Here we have 24 different types of sleeves and all their proper names. This just looks like 24 different sleeves to me, but I guess I should look into this. There's the shirt sleeve, the bishop sleeve. I like that. That should come back. The bell, whatever that is, the poet, the puffs. A lot of this is gonna be historical, huh? You don't see a lot of these anymore. Oh, I have one of these. Button tab, the peasant. Imagine calling your sleeve the peasant. Okay, drop shoulders, seen that. The Marie, does that have to do with the queen? Layered looks pretty nice. The bat wing. We have found Barbara Gordon, everyone. Specifically, French sleeve. I've never seen anyone wear this before. That is huge. I guess it's like the wrong time period. Why did we get rid of all these sleeves? This is very fashionable. Look at me now. Become a sleeve expert. I want some of these. I want to see them in real life. I don't want to wear them exactly. Not all of them. Some of them. The ultimate list of educational websites. For language learning, we obviously have Duolingo. Be careful. You'll never be seen again if you miss your Spanish lessons. For videos, we have TED.com, thenewboston.org, and then a couple of YouTube channels like Crash Course, Minute Physics, and CGP Grey. All fantastic picks. Oh wow, I remember Justin Guitar. I still go on ultimateguitar.com. That thing has not changed in 15 years. Then there's stuff for random knowledge like Wikipedia, Sporkle. Everyone's trying to get me to take Sporkle tests. I've done it too many times. Ooh, documentaries. They even got help for math and cooking. This is like really good references just in case you're trying to like either pick up a new hobby or you're just trying to better yourself. Damn, what the hell am I even doing? Each country's top export. And man, I'm seeing a whole lot of petroleum on here. Would you look at that? US petroleum. Canada's got petroleum. Russia got petroleum. A lot of this region got petroleum. But surprisingly, the continent of Europe really loves their cars. They love making and selling their cars, which is so weird because in the US, we never really see European cars, at least not that often. Not the ones that you expect, like the really high-class ones, yeah. Well, no, I don't know if that's even right, because there's like VW and BMW. I guess it's just the style of European cars we don't see often. The hell? Ireland's #1 export is blood? So that's who's fueling all the vampires in Romania. In green, we have animals as the #1 export. So Greenland is fish, Ukraine is sunflower seed, Afghanistan is grapes, and opium, I thought. Very different type of oil they're doing in Argentina. That's not exactly what you'd think. It's the Falkland Islands with their #1 export as octopus. What island is doing machines? This is all so confusing. I like the cruise ships, the yachts. I guess that makes sense for these ones. Oh, of course, cigars in Cuba. I like how Africa's keeping it old school. Iron, gold, reject modernity, return to tradition. Australia is coal, and New Zealand is milk. What a difference there. Oh, even Japan is cars too. Guess you can't really export anime. It's not really how it works. Transmission apparatus. I'm confused about that. And big thanks. The September patrons. Max, Cooper, Majestic Unicorn, I Love Mark, Drewsasussybakachangemymind, Thick Girl, Braxton Girlfriend, Drew's Argentinian Grandpa, BringBackPolandball, AryanAfterHours, Alfonso M6, Barnsky W, Dalton D, Full Send Nic, LuxembourgLover, McBlorf, Mine Brothers 999X2, Papi Druwu, Patrick C, Elijah Senpai, and Stormtrooper 501. Thank you.